So I'm just going to break down just some of these stems from this previous IBC recording. This is originally by Red Worship, Alabaster. It's an incredible song. I worked on this song with my buddy Christian Jones. Super fun song. I really enjoyed it. Just kind of break down some of the guitar parts. A lot of fun stuff in here. That is a done original. I added some of my own stuff, and so we'll just break it down, tell you about some of the gear I use and how I did it. You'll hear a lot of stuff is consolidated already, and you'll see it on the screen. But just kind of give you the breakdown of how I approached it and where I'm at with it. As far as gear for acoustics, I use my Martin Black Smoke. Super fun guitar. Gives you kind of a thinner feel, but anything from Martin just always feels and sounds so good. I also used a Taylor Gold. It's gold label S17SB. Incredible guitar. Hadn't done a lot with it, but a bigger body feel, and when those worked together, it just sounded so good, and I was able to really get like a nice pan feel out of it. I double track everything, stereo track it. I've seen a lot of people do the XY mic stuff. I like to just put one by the sound hole and one kind of in the middle of the fretboard. It's a really good, consistent sound, even with any guitar. I know you have to adjust things depending on the size and body and whatever you're using, but I think it gives you a good sound. As far as mics, I use a Rode NT5 compact mic, as well as anything from Universal Audio is incredible too. I use the UA Audio SP1 pencil. Any sort of pencil mic is going to give you a great sound. I've seen people use SM57s, just anything Shure too sounds great, but if you got the money, spend a little bit. Mics make all the difference. You could have a a decent guitar but incredible mic and get a great sound. So that's gear that I use as far as where I'm at with acoustic. But yeah, here we go. I got acoustic coming in on verse 3 and kind of break it down for you.
Verse 3.
So you can kind of already feel that natural pan happening with the double track. Obviously stereo tracking is so important too, but as you'll hear as we go, when you double track, you almost start to get a sense of like natural modulation or kind of like a chorus feel. That's just coming from the multiple acoustics. I probably have 3 or 4 acoustic actual individual tracks in here, not including the stereo tracks after those have been consolidated. Obviously it's all consolidated into one. Sometimes I do 2 acoustic tracks, but in reality, there's probably, upwards of like 7 or 8 in there that I've just added top end stuff or like high end melodies. But consolidating is incredible too. It saves you a lot of time with your CPU and your disc and all that. But yeah, I think one of the most important things with acoustic is dynamic too. You got to have somewhere to go. And if you just came in strumming super heavy right away, there's no dynamic and there's no feel. So, you'll hear a lot of stuff where I'm just very simple, nice and subtle, but it really cuts the mix. So we'll keep going on this into this chorus here. Hear this in context real quick.
Refrain.
We'll go out to this refrain real quick. My buddy Christian is incredible. Did all the percussion and loops on this upcoming album that's dropping soon. Making your own loops is such a fun process, but he did incredible. And you'll hear this loop come in and have a very heavy shaker. It changes from this very kind of swing feel on this first chorus to a very heavy percussive moment. I think a cool thing with acoustic sometimes is you hear it more melodic more than anything, but sometimes it can be more of a percussive element, and I think that's the way that I tried to approach it in this part in the refrain. This loop again sounds so good. So you hear that shaker kind of go into like a double time feel instead of feeling very swingy with like a backbeat. And then when you add in this acoustic, it just gives it all the feel. In full context here.
Bridge 2.
Kind of feel it double up here. Again, I'm not over strumming. It's just very consistent. Good pattern is all if you can have a good pattern with acoustic, it's going to change the whole feel. Kind of open it up on this bridge a little bit. Again, just being super consistent with dynamics. And also just, this is a very common thing, but just making sure that your strings are new. If you don't have fresh strings, it's going to be obvious. You know, there's a time and a space, maybe in like in a folk music feel or some lo-fi stuff, that dead strings can be fun, but I mean, you got to have fresh strings, especially if you're doing a professional recording.